Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's recipe we'll be making this delicious and spicy cabbage yellow rice. Now if you know me, you'll know that I love rice, and that's why I always try to find different ways of making it. Now this recipe is so tasty, it's so easy to make, and hopefully you're going to like it. But before we go on, if you're new here, a warm welcome to you. Please don't leave without hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any of my subsequent videos. Also, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up before you leave. Now these are all the ingredients we are going to be using to make this recipe. First, I have some shredded cabbage, some nicely diced green, red and yellow bell peppers, a quarter stick of butter, some vegetable oil, some cooked rice, 3 thin sliced chicken breast, 1 nicely chopped habanero pepper for some heat. I also have some chopped onion, garlic and ginger, and for my spices I'll be using some turmeric powder, some onion powder, garlic powder, chili powder, paprika powder, cayenne pepper, black pepper and some salt. I'm going to start off with my chicken breasts. Now these chicken breasts are nice and clean. I'm just going to cut them into bite sizes, and this way they'll cook faster, so you don't have to spend so much time in the kitchen. They'll also cook more evenly and help the meat stay tender. Now to do this, all you have to do is just take each slice and cut them lengthwise at the thickness that you want, just like I'm doing, and put the strips together and cut them into cubes. Then you repeat the same process until you're done with all your chicken. Once I'm done cutting my chicken, then we'll go over to seasoning them. To season my chicken, I'll start with some cayenne pepper, some garlic powder, some onion powder, some paprika powder, and some salt. Now using a spoon, I'm going to mix to combine. Make sure to mix this thoroughly because we want our chicken to be nice and flavorful. Now for the seasoning, you can use whatever seasoning you like, and once we're done mixing, we're going to go over to cooking them. I'll start by adding some oil into my pan, and once my oil is nice and hot, I'm going to be adding my chicken, and all I have to do is to stir until they are nicely cooked. Now if you're still watching and you're enjoying what you're watching, please do well to give the video a thumbs up, as this really helps my channel. And for my chicken, I just want my chicken to cook and be nice and tender. I'm not trying to brown them, but if you like yours brown, then you have to cook them for longer until they are nice and brown. Now that my chicken is nicely cooked, I'll remove them from the oil and we'll go over to making our cabbage yellow rice. Now don't discard the oil you used to fry the chicken, because into that same oil I'm going to be adding my chopped onion, minced garlic and ginger. Then I'll stir and let them fry for about a minute or two. After about a minute or two, I'll be adding my diced green, red and yellow bell peppers and 1 chopped habanero pepper for some heat. Now I'm going to stir and cook for about 2 to 3 minutes until my veggies are nice and soft. Now at this point, you can also add some carrots if you like, and that's going to add some more color and flavor to this recipe. Now that my veggies are nice and soft, I'm going to be adding my cabbage. Now for the cabbage, you can add more or less if you want. Then I'm going to stir everything to thoroughly combine. You want to thoroughly stir everything so that the cabbage absorbs all the oil and the flavors from the peppers. Now if you love spicy food, you are definitely going to love this recipe. This is one of my family's favorites. My kids and everyone loves it, and I'm sure you're also going to love it. Now once everything is thoroughly combined, I'm going to cover and let it cook on low heat for about 3 to 4 minutes until my cabbage is nice and soft, but with a little crunch to it. After about 4 minutes, I'll stir this for a bit, and then it will be time to add our cooked rice. Now once I'm done stirring, I'm going to be adding my leftover cooked white rice into my pan. Then I'm just going to stir. Now for this recipe, you can use leftover rice or freshly cooked rice. But for stir fries like this, it's best to use leftover rice because the grains are firm enough to withstand the second round of cooking. They are easier to separate, and using leftover rice decreases the chances of your rice turning out mushy. Next, I'll be adding my spices, and I'm going to start with some ground black pepper, some paprika powder, some chili powder, some cayenne pepper, some turmeric powder, and some salt. Then I'm going to give that a nice stir. Now for this recipe, if you have to use freshly cooked rice, you can dish it out in a plate or a bowl uncovered so that it cools down to remove some of the moisture. Then you refrigerate the rice for about 2 to 3 hours before cooking. Next, I'll be adding my already cooked chicken. Then I'm just going to stir to combine. Then I'll add a 1/4 stick of butter. Then I'll cover my pan and let it cook on low heat for about 5 minutes or until the butter has melted. Now after about 5 minutes or once your butter is melted, the next thing you're going to do is to stir in the butter, and after that your rice is ready to be served. It's as easy as that, and trust me, the flavor is amazing. You're going to enjoy this recipe. One thing about me is that I love rice, and not just rice, I love spicy rice. Now you have to try this recipe out because it's so good. Now if you're still watching to this point, thank you so much. That's all I have for you today. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the recipe. Don't forget to give the video a thumbs up if you haven't done that already, and also subscribe to my channel with your notification bells on so you don't miss any of my subsequent videos. Definitely try out this recipe with your family. They'll enjoy it. Thanks again for watching. I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.